All right, now we're going to be looking at inequalities. Now, inequalities are basically our letter can be replaced by many numbers. If I was to ask you guys, think of a number greater than 5, right? And I ask you guys numbers, you guys can come up with many answers, right? Think of a number greater than 5. There's more than one answer. Equation, when we have an equal sign, there's a unique answer, right? If I said, think of a whole number between 3 and 5, then you guys only come up with one solution. But if I say think of a number greater than 5, yeah, there's many, many solutions. So that's what inequalities are. Now, here are my instructions. It says solve each inequality and graph. So there's two things I'm going to do. In your case, in your homework, some of them are just going to be solve and some of them are just going to be graph. I'm going to do both, but like I said, in your case, you only do one or the other. All right, let's take a look. What we're going to be doing is that the inequality sign, the less than or equal to, is going to separate my sides. Now, the letters have to be on the left side. If they are on the other side, on the right side, we're going to flip everything, okay? So I'm going to move the x plus 10 to the left side. I'm going to have the 14 on the other side, but my inequality sign flips. So I'm going to flip everything. The left side goes to the right side goes to the left side, but the inequality sign flips. Okay, I want the letter on the left side. Now, to get the x by itself, this plus 10, I'm going to subtract it. I'm going to do minus 10. I'm going to move it to the other side. I'm going to switch the sign. So it gives me that x is less than 4. I could ask you, think of a number less than 4. Think of a number smaller than 4. There's many answers. If my instructions were solve, so keep in mind, if my instructions were solve, this is exactly what I'm asking for. Guys, we'll type in x is less than 4. Now, when I ask you guys to graph this, I'm going to look at my graph. So I'm going to use the graph. I'm going to circle 4. That's going to be an important number, 4. I'm going to circle it. My inequality sign, if it has just the inequality sign, so less than, greater than, I leave my circle open. If it has if it has the less than or greater than, I'm going to leave my circle open. But if it has a little line at the bottom, we read that less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. So if it has the little line at the bottom, my circle is going to be closed. So I'm going to fill it in. In this case, I'm going to leave it open. Now, do you see how the arrow, I'm looking at this, it looks like an arrow that's pointing to the left. So from the circle that I did, I'm going to go to the left. That's what I mean with graph. Right? From forward, I'm going to go to the left. That means those are all the possible solutions. I said a number less than 4. I could think of 3, 2, 1, 0, all the negatives. So that arrow represents all my possible solutions. You guys might be wondering, what about these other numbers? What if for example, 9? Yeah, that's not a solution, right? 9 is not less than 4. Like I said, the arrow represents all my possible solutions. Okay, so let's take a look now at number 6. Remember how the inequality sign separates my sides, the left side and the right side. The letter has to be on the left side. So I'm going to flip everything. 12 plus k goes to the left. My positive 2 goes to the right side. Like I said, I'm flipping everything. And my sign, my inequality sign also gets flipped. Now to get the k by itself, this positive 2, positive 12, let me move it to the other side as a negative 12. So I get k is less than negative 10. Okay, if I'm asking solve, I'm expecting you guys to type in k is less than negative 10. Now, if I ask you guys to graph this, I'm going to circle negative 10. I'm not going to fill it in. It's going to be an open circle. Now the arrow, the inequality looks like an arrow pointing to the left. So I go to the left. All those numbers are the numbers that are less than -10. Now let's take a look at number 7. The letter has to be on the left side, right? I see my inequality sign is right there. So letters to the left. So I'm going to write P minus 6 on the left side, my -2 on the other side. My inequality has to flip. Okay. The -6, to get rid of the -6, I'm going to move it to the other side as a +6. So I have P is greater or equal to 4. If I'm asking to solve, that's it. Now the inequality sign, how are we going to type that? Right, the less than or greater than by themselves, it was easy. It's right there at the bottom on the right by M. But now the inequality with or equal to, the thing at the bottom, if I'm solving, I'm going to do this as P is greater or equal to. So I'm going to type in the greater than and the equal sign. So P is greater or equal to 4. That's how we're going to type that. So if it has the or equal to sign, that's what we're going to do. Now, I'm going to do, if I have to graph this, I'm going to do a circle at 4. But this case, it's a closed circle. Right? It's a closed circle because of the or equal to, the little line at the bottom. My arrow, if you look at my case, the arrow looks like it's going to the right. So in this case, I go to the right. All right, let's take a look at one more example. The letters on the left side, right? I look at my inequality sign. The letter has to be on the left side. So it seems like I'm just going to write x plus 11 greater or equal to 25. Cool. I'm not switching anything. The x is on the left side. My +1, my plus 11, I'm going to move it to the other side as a -11. Don't forget to switch the sign. I'm going to have that x is greater or equal to 14. Right? 25 minus 11 gives me 14. If I have to solve it, that's it. Like x is greater or equal to 14. The way you type this, remember, x greater equal to 14. That's how you're going to type it. Okay, so the circle at 14, in this case, is closed. It's a closed circle at 14, right? It is closed because of the or equal to part. If you look at the inequality sign, it looks like an arrow that is going to the right side. So there we go. There's my graph.